Hey there, everybody. Robert Taylor with Underscape Creations. Continuing on with more Narrative Pro videos. This one is upgrading from 5.5 to 5.6 and then changing from Narrative Pro 2.0 to 2.1. So there are some nuances to this that many people, seem to stumble through and stumble on. So we're going to go ahead and do everything that we need to do to make sure that we have as easy of a transition as possible. Now, if you have source control, you don't necessarily need to do this, but I'm going to do it anyways. And that's copy to desktop. So I'm making a second version of it. That way, if there's any issues, you don't run into any problems. Like I said, if you have source control, like I do, as you see, I used Diversion. Um, then you don't really need to worry too much if things don't work out. You can just revert everything. But I know for the average Joe, most people don't have version control. Now, if you've been considering version control, this is an unintended pitch, but doing so while this is all copying, I would highly recommend going to Diversion. It, think of it as a more user-friendly um, software than Perforce, and it's definitely easier than GitHub. It's a happy middle as far as complexity goes, and it's very, very free. You can even create an indie account, and it'll give you 100 gigabytes of storage space for free. 100 gigabytes. As you can see, I'm not even using 76 yet, and I've got a lot of stuff in my project, as you can tell, because it's taking forever. So I would highly recommend it. It's also free for up to 5 users. So if you have friends or anybody, or you have somebody who's jumping in to help you with something, there you go. You can easily add them real quick so they can do what they need to, and then do what you want. So I'm going to go ahead and pause this at this point and wait until this is done, and then we'll continue on. All right. So let's go ahead and do this. Here we are in our project. It's very simple. Right click on it, show more options, switch Unreal Engine version. We're going to go to 5.6. Obviously, you'll only see the versions in which you have access to and to which you can switch to. You can only switch up, as far as I know, anyways. You can't switch down, at least not easily. Letting it generate everything. If you want, you can show the logs so you can see. All right. Now that we've done that, we have a plugins folder here full of things that we need to take care of. Now then, these right here are from WWise. We'll see if it'll open without these being changed for now and fix and address that down the road. But for us, we now need to go to where our engine versions are installed, 5.6, engine, plugins, marketplace. I believe those ones, diversion, gameplay, Knitr Pro, Zom. What am I missing? Oh, right, because I moved it for the video that I just did. Let me pause real quick and find that. Okay. So, yeah. First thing I'm going to do, because I don't want to remove this, but I'll copy it. And I'm going to get rid of these 4. Delete. And right now my version control is updating everything, so I'm going to let it do its thing. And I'll be back when it's done. Oh, looks like it's done before I could do that. So now I'll go through, click on this, this, and this. removed old plugins and upgraded to 5.6. Commit. Commit. I'm gonna let it do its commit. Now it's pushing it for everybody else. And now I will copy and paste that in here. Okay. Now then it is syncing a whole bunch of stuff. So I'm going to pause myself because I want to make sure I get these in there as well. But gonna need to wait on that. If you don't have version control, then you'll see what we need to do. Move these into plugins and then continue on. But for you, it'll just be a second. All right, synced faster than I had anticipated. Still slow, but faster than I had anticipated. Let's see. Yeah, so this is the one here. I'm going to take these, cut, so Control X, Control V. These are significantly smaller, because Narrative Pro had like some 9 to 10,000 files. These ones are already synced. So, now that that's all said and done, let's open up the project. In theory, it should just open up. Oh, that's right. Yes, let's rebuild them. Give it time to do its thing. Yeah. I will be right back once it's done. All right, so if your build was successful like mine was, it'll immediately open up and you will see everything working as it is. If it says that there's a build error, my suggestion to you at that point is to check your IDE, make sure that it is up to date, and then go into, let me find it here, your .sln and build from there. As you can see, I use JetBrains Writer for mine. It's just more user friendly and more lightweight and not Windows. So I will pause once more while it finishes what it is doing. All right, as you can see, it's starting to open up. You'll see this button and this blue play button. And there's a new warning that's going to show up in the corner in a second. Everything is slow at first, obviously. So I'm gonna pause once more while it finishes up what it's doing, and then we will go from there. All right, so immediately, now that everything is up and going, we need to go to Open Project Settings. And it says some project settings do not match Narrative Pro settings. Um, log project settings, set differences, and we can see what the differences are. So it's showing us so the startup map and the game default map. Um, I'll change those back. It'll be easier for me to just click the one button than to hit fix for all of these. But this will show you what the differences are in everything that everything is doing. But as soon as you hit update project settings, the window is supposed to pop up. I wonder if it did, and I'm just not seeing it. Nope. So this time, it's not doing it for some reason. I'm going to go back into the project settings and see if it'll work now. I'm all the way down here. Pro. Well, I guess I'm going to do it the slow way. I guess because I hit the button where I wanted to see it, it removed my ability to just do all of it at once, which is fine. Learned something new there. Okay. I hope I don't lose any of my tags here. If I do, I will fix them. I'm going to pause this while I finish this up because this is going to take a minute. All right, for some reason, these two things just wouldn't let me update it. So I had to go into the gameplay tags, the default gameplay tags that I and add this line myself. Um, Nothing special, so you just go ahead and add it in there. If things like that happen, it very well could be because of something that Diversion does to protect from modifications. I'm unsure. But now that we've done that, I'm going to first clear and close out. And now that I've got that added, and the reason why you need to is this stuff is pulled once and generally not referenced again until you restart the engine. So now when we open it, I shouldn't see that error, and I will be back once more once this is done. All right, so now you can see project settings match Narrative Pro settings, but one thing that is going to automatically change, which means that annoying little button is going to keep showing up. So my public request is making it to where we can choose to not have it show up again when we are aware. That would be great. So let's see if just changing this will be okay. Let's, what did I call it? Wonderscape, maps, development lobby. Okay. Now I'm going to close and see if that works, and I will be back one more time. All right, so now we're back in there. I just hit skip. So now it's saying skipped. So we're going to hope that it stays that way. And when the next time I open, we're not going to have an issue. And now if I go ahead and there's one other thing we have to do before anything else, me find my queues here. I believe I put them in systems. Narrative Pro. Narrative Pro queues. Okay. First things first, because we don't want to break anything. Right click, queues. And now we need to go into the, for me it's in plugins. You may have to go into engine. It really depends on where you have your Narrative Pro. Mirror to abilities and queues. That's right, I moved them from, there's going to be queues right here. You're going to want to copy them into your new queues folder and then move them to wherever you store the queues after that. That way referencing is still fine. So I'm going to be right back while I go and get that. Alright, now that I have them where they belong, let's just copy. Don't cut like I did. Come into my new queues folder here. Paste it in there. Alright, and now we are essentially good to go. So what I will do now is, because I've moved where my systems are at, come in here, oh wait, Arsenal, queue. Actually, I didn't need to put that folder. Delete that. Where's my queues folder? It's not going to be in Wonderscape. There it is. Move here. So for some reason that didn't move. So let's head back here. Probably because it needs to be saved. Why? One moment. Alright, so I got it working, and make sure that you delete your old queues because they're no longer needed. Skip there again. I now have something I need to go through and fix, I do believe. Yeah, for me. Before I can confirm everything is working. So let me fix this real quick and I'll be right back. Alright, welcome back. So, come to find out, here is the 2.0 Narrative Pro delegate for the OnDialog finished. And here's what it looks like in the new version. Let me open it back up. Head back in here. There's there's an enum attached to it. So you're going to find bugs. So it's a really good thing that I copied, made a duplicate of my project so that I could see what changed. So I would recommend, even if you do have source control, go ahead and make a duplicate. Because I was able to just go over, look at the project, see what was changed. And now when I hit play, works. Everything works as it should. So, with that, thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you in future episodes.